What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, I'm getting more interested in this Pop the Balloon or Find Love episode. I mean, it is, you can say it's kind of tacky, and it is tacky, and it is dusty. But when you put all black people in this, it is interesting when it's all you know, some of these people's Africans, some African Americans. So when you get all of these, you know, sisters and brothers on this stuff, it is interesting. And the one thing that I really honestly want to talk about is this brother who came on, who is a police officer. Okay? And he got rejected for a certain reason. Okay? I want you to hear what the lady said about him.
What's your name?
My name is Alistair.
Alistair, how old are you?
I'm 36 years old.
36, okay. And what do you do?
I'm a deputy sheriff.
All right, okay. And what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to travel. I like to go on trips.
Okay. And now why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just felt like sticking to the code. You know, I didn't have no problem with the law enforcement and whatnot, but I don't know, just feel like I should be sticking to a code, you know.
Okay. What do you mean by sticking to the code?
Just, that's honestly, like, you know, I just felt like everybody kind of reminded me and whatnot. So, yeah, that's just life. So.
Sorry, I'm a little confused. Reminded you of what?
No, because, you know, I'm just mentioning about him being in law enforcement, and so I just felt, although I don't see it as a problem, there's always been a history behind it. So I just would just follow that.
I see.
I don't follow too many, but I'll follow that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, cool. So Alistair, is she someone that you would approach if you saw her out?
Yeah, I'm very respectable for every individual that I meet. I'm very respectable.
Got it.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right, let's go on back.
So she wants to stick to a code, right? Now, shout out to the sister and everything like that. Now, if you were to see her out, you know, definitely she's, you know, she's working with something, but you can, it looks like she's got some work done and all of that. But let's get back to that. She should be sticking to the code. A code of what? A code of what? The G code? Is this Juvenile? The 400 Degrees album? What are we talking about here? Sticking to the code. So if he was a rapper who celebrated shooting people, would that be okay? That's what you're saying. But when you look at her, she looks like the kind of lady that attracts rappers. BBL booty, has some work done on the top. And again, this is another way to say, you know what? You're actually a respectable man. You do a respectable job. I can't really get down with that. But if you're a pookie, you're a scammer, hey, that might be okay. And this is the problem with a lot of folks in Black America. Let me say this. I know that there are statistics that say that police officers are engaged in a lot of domestic violence abuse, right? You might use that. But if somebody were to say African American women lead in certain negative statistics, what would be your response to that? You talk about single motherhood. You can talk about there's certain STIs out there associated with that. You don't want to be stigmatized by that, right? Of course you don't. Because why? That don't tell the whole story, does it? No. You don't want somebody to look at you differently because you wear a weave, you're a black woman, you got a big booty, or no, of course you wouldn't. Because you are not the stats, right? Exactly. I would say you're correct. So for you to hate on this guy because he's a police officer, what's that gonna do anything? Again, if a man comes out there and says, I don't want to date a single mom, woo! The black community is furious. Why? You are stereotyping. And I feel like this is another way to discredit a hardworking black man who has done things right, but you want to stick to a code of not snitching. Fine. You want to have a baby about a drug dealer. And that just goes to show you where some of the people are at, where their mind is at. And again, when you look at how this young lady looks, and again, she's attractive. Tell me what kind of man is going to be interested in her by the way she came on this show, okay? If you look at the young lady, by the way that she presents herself, what kind of guys are saying, I want to talk to her? Pookies! She handling, but she put herself out there to Pookies. She looks kind of like, little Kim Kardashian. She's shaped like that. IG model looking. If you go to IG model, I can tell you, it's booty everywhere. And then look at the guy, right? He had to make sure, you know what? Got to be very respectful. And that's true. She had her opportunities to say what she had to say, but he had to be respectful, and I'm glad he handled it like that. But you better be, I'm going to tell you one thing, you better be glad. Better be glad that some of these chicks have turned you down, brother. I want you black men to understand that. You better be thanking God that a lot of the ladies that don't want you are the ones that you can never get. There was one chick, I really wanted her, man. She had one of the most jiggly booties in the world, man. I can never get to it, though. She always wanted somebody that was dusty, right? She ended up getting with a dude by the name of, he lived on the other side of town. I think his name was Scooter, something like that. I used to do everything in my power to get these cheeks. Friend zone like a mug. Man, this dude ended up giving her like 3 kids. She's out there with flip-flops on now. I think the dude was a barber, okay? 3 kids. She was flip-flopping it up. She looking terrible now. And what if that was me? What if that had been me? I would have been destroyed, okay? The dude that she was been chasing all of her life, that dude ended up not even being anything important. Thank God that I never ended up being dusty like that. I'm so happy. My life is so great now, okay? I'm not dealing with her. I'm not dealing with nobody else. She's somewhere, probably broke. She not bothering me, and I'm glad about it. Happy, great, okay? She's somewhere now. She's a teacher. She's still weaving it up, still sailing up. Hey, she ain't dealing with me, and guess what? Nobody checking for her. Pookie's got her. Guess who's able to get somewhere else now? Me. Then, when everything turned back around, I made a bad decision. I wish I could really come back. I wish I could. Man, nope, go back to Pookie, boo. Nobody got time for you. I can't, I did this one chick before. She ended up, leaving me for another dude, which was cool. Man, the girl ended up so dusty. Dude ended up giving her 2 kids. And to this day, she's out there struggling. So guys, we think it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Producer for all you do is hurt the bell. We're out.